Yo, what's up? What's good with it, man? Let's start with this NOME Impact recap. Yeah, let's start with that John and DNA versus the Foot Soldiers. PG Killaz versus the Foot Soldiers. Uh, Man, shout out to all four participants. First and foremost, Saflare and Footz. I like Footz. High energy, dancing on the stage, moving around. I mean, I would say animated, but the boy is I like him. He energetic. You know what I mean? His energy matched with Saflare Soul's like conviction and aggression. It works. It works. You know. I like these guys. I can kind of see a little bit of what the URL might want to see in them. That being said, I don't understand why you would put them against DNA and John John. Uh, in every sense of the term, they John and DNA showed the difference in levels. Every single round, for the most part. I mean, it was just levels. I mean, it's bad enough individually what they were PG Killaz. Now they calling themselves the Crucible Killers, and you could see why. I mean, every single round is just, especially that second round. The second round was just domination, nasty, nasty work. I mean, it got to the point where even the foot soldiers were sitting there saying like to themselves, "It's all right, it's all right. I mean, we understand y'all rock with them. We understand y'all like them. They the favorites. You know, it's all good. It's all good." I mean, the boys walked off the stage looking like they know they lost. They knew they lost. It was a tough pill to swallow, especially when the night before you got Saflare Soul telling John he not a legend, and then you got to stand there and dap him up. Yeah, it was bad, man. It was bad. Clear 30 piece. Shout out to DNA. Shout out to John. Like I said earlier, man, I don't understand if you want to promote and push these guys. Why are you throwing them in the fire like that? I know the vets see the vets sell the ticks, and I get that. And that's how you get your looks, by putting them up against names that the people already know. I mean, you put Saflare Soul against Backpack Johnny. Nobody tuning into that. We don't know. We don't know him. But I mean, you got to be strategic with the killers that you put them in there with, because I mean, this could damper them. I mean, hopefully they strong enough to come back. I would think that they should be. They should know what they was up in there with and up in there against. Um, and I mean, it's battle rap. I mean, you win some, you lose some. I mean, and that's what that big stage is about. That big stage is dangerous, man. Listen, what you might have pulled off here in this small room, you might not be able to pull off on that big stage. But nonetheless, shout out to John, shout out to DNA, man. Y'all did fantastic work, exceptional. Y'all definitely showed and proved why y'all are who y'all are. And if nobody had respect on y'all name at this point, definitely needs to be put there. Footz or Flesso, I would say, hey man, keep at it. I feel like I definitely want to see y'all again. Um, yeah, I would like to see y'all again, even on that big stage. Just go back and work, and then and fight through it, man. Because it was parts in that battle. I want to say maybe in the third where it's almost like y'all the crowd was getting to you. You wanted them to react, but they wasn't reacting the way y'all wanted them to, or whatever the case may be. And it was like you were stopping and waiting. Dude, go through it, man. I mean, and I'm saying this from a spectator's perspective. We sitting there watching. Go through it, man. Go through it. But again, man, shouts out to all four participants, man. But yeah, Cliff 30. DNA, John, the PG Killaz, formerly known as the PG Killaz, currently known as the Crucible Killers. PG keep DNA and John John away from your guys. Yeah, that was that one, man. That was that one. Shout out to y'all, man.